Kamusta everyone? In this video, we're testing one of the craziest item picks for X.Borg, one that you probably never thought would work, and yep, you saw it right on the thumbnail, Winter Crown. I know, it sounds insane, but hear me out. I'm running this build to see exactly how it interacts with X.Borg's kit and whether it's something we can actually use in solo ranked games. So let's break it down and find out if this item is just a fun experiment or a legit hidden tech for X.Borg mains. Let's go! Alright, let's talk about why we'd even consider Winter Crown for X.Borg. Now, if you've been living under a rock, let's do a quick refresher on what this item actually does. Winter Crown makes your hero frozen, untargetable, and immune to damage for 2 seconds. But you can't move or cast skills while frozen. However, any skills already cast keep going for the duration. It has a 100-second cooldown, so it's definitely not something you can spam. So, how does this benefit X.Borg? As we all know, he relies heavily on his Firaga armor to stay in fights. The longer we keep that armor up, the more we can poke, zone, and pressure enemies. But here's the problem. When I go full damage X.Borg and immediately pop my ultimate, my armor gets shredded way too fast, leading to a premature explosion, lower damage output, and worst of all, leaving me completely vulnerable or even dead. This is where Winter Crown comes in. The idea is to activate it mid-ult in the middle of a team fight, making X.Borg untouchable while still melting enemies. Meanwhile, my team can clean up low HP targets without worrying about me getting bursted down. Now, when should you build Winter Crown? Personally, I'd only consider it as a last item, since the long cooldown means it's not something you can rely on often. Again, this is just an experiment, not a must build for X.Borg. If you want to know my main build and some tips and tricks, I've got dedicated videos linked below, so check those out if you're interested. But for now, let's test this out in a solo ranked match and see if it's actually worth using. Let's go! Alright, the match is starting, and with this Winter Crown build, we're going all in on attack mode. We're prioritizing this build since the enemy team is mostly squishy with no real tank to worry about. But we still gotta be careful. Karina can snowball hard if she starts picking up kills. With that in mind, I grabbed our red and blue buffs to set things up. After clearing a few jungle creeps, I spotted a fight brewing in mid. This was my chance to make an impact. Time to dive in and turn the tide. Without hesitation, I rushed in to back up our mid laner, ready to snag some kills and take control of the game. That was way too close. Karina nearly took me out. Luckily, Sicilian had my back, and not only did we escape, but he even managed to take her down. Huge win for us! With Karina out of the picture, it's the perfect time to secure our first turtle. After a quick trip to base to heal up, I headed straight for it. Time to lock in that early game advantage. As I got closer to the turtle, the enemies were already on site, ready to contest. But luckily, our team was quick to respond. We took down Nana and Karina, and at this rate, Karina's going to have a really tough time making a comeback. Huge win for us. With no one left to contest, we secured the turtle with ease. After that, I went back to my usual routine, grabbing our red and blue buffs. As we hit the 4-minute mark, I finally got my first major item, War Axe. Now, it's time to rotate and help out our bottom lane. This game is starting to feel like a breeze. As I pushed deeper to zone out the enemies, Yujong went all in, playing aggressively and taking down Nana once again. With her out of the way, it was Zilong's turn to fall. We didn't hold back, diving under the turret, we secured the kill on Zilong with perfect execution. With that done, it was time to head back to base, heal up, and get ready for the next fight. After healing up, I headed straight for the turtle and secured it uncontested again. Meanwhile, Karina was running for her life, trying to escape my aggressive teammates. But there was no way out. We took her down once more. At this point, she's probably questioning all her life choices. With Karina out of the picture, I grabbed our red and blue buffs as usual, then rotated to top lane to help take down Ixia. After that, we pushed and destroyed the top turret, and I quickly shifted focus to the mid lane, helping to take down the turret there too. By now, I was feeling overconfident. That's when I made a risky dive under the mid turret, securing a kill on Mia, but Nana barely managed to escape. The moment I did it, I knew I was getting too greedy. If I keep this up, we might suffer in the long run. Then out of nowhere, Karina dropped a salty comment. These guys are just greedy and arrogant because they have skins. Oh, is that how it is? Looks like I'll have to bully this Karina even more and teach her a lesson. With that in mind, I went ahead and took down another turret. Right then, I finally got my Sky Piercer, a huge power spike. Now it was time to focus on the next turtle objective. Securing the turtle was a breeze, again. Right after that, we rotated to top lane and took down Ixia with ease. At this point, the enemy team's morale was probably shattered and the match was looking like a free win. But we couldn't afford to get too cocky just yet. Keeping the pressure up, I went on a bullying spree, targeting Nana in the top lane before pivoting to bottom lane, where I also took down Mia. Kill after kill, my teammates were relentless, playing ultra aggressive. Eventually, we wiped out 4 of them, leaving only 1 survivor. By the 10-minute mark, my Blade of Despair was finally online. This was it. I could feel it. There was no way they could stop us now. With that power spike, we secured the Lord, setting up for the final push. As the Lord marched down mid lane, closing in on the enemy's inner turret, I made a huge, undeniable mistake. Feeling unstoppable, I confidently dived straight into the mid lane turret, thinking we could close things out. But the enemy team wasn't going down without a fight. They managed to stop us cold, trading 3 for 3. And the worst part? We didn't even take down the turret. This was bad. I've seen way too many games where teams throw leads like this, and the enemy pulls off a crazy comeback even with a huge kill and goal deficit. I wasn't about to let that happen. So I made the switch, finally picking up the item we came here to showcase, Winter Crown. As soon as I revived, I went straight for Mia in the bottom lane and took her out. Meanwhile, my teammates secured kills on Ixia and Zelong. Maybe, just maybe, this comeback scenario won't happen after all. We marched down mid lane, ignoring Karina's split pushing bottom, and finally destroyed the mid turret. And right on cue, Winter Crown was online. At that moment, I saw my opportunity. I dived in without fear, ready to show them just how powerful this item really is. That was insane! Even though I went down, my team pushed through and took down the enemy base, securing that sweet victory. And that wraps up our Winter Crown experiment. Would I recommend it for X.Borg? Not really. This build worked because we got lucky, good teammates, and a squishy enemy lineup, so don't go thinking this is the next meta. If you want more X.Borg content, I've got separate videos linked in the description. Check them out. If you've made it this far in the video, drop a fire emoji in the comments so I know who the real ones are. I'll be replying to everyone who does. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe and maybe even join the clan for exclusive perks. That's it for now. See you in the next video.